Hey, this is Craig Cottle from Nature Reliant School Guest Instructor with DansDepot.com. This is the second in our series on how to gather firewood and get fire-making materials. Also, we're wearing the Wounded Warrior Project t-shirt. We want to give a big thank you to all the Wounded Warrior guys and gals out there that have suffered wounds for the safety of our country. Dan's Depot supports you. We appreciate you, and we're wearing this t-shirt as a big thank you to you guys. So to do something a little different, what I thought I'd do is get behind the camera, and what I'm going to do in a 360-degree direction around this camera is pan and zoom on the pieces of firewood and give you a few comments. The reason I'm doing this is because there is a ton of firewood around here, and I think for most people you think, hey, I want to go ahead and get wood right off the ground, it's easy to get. That's not what you want to get. You want to get firewood that is somewhere, somehow hanging in the air. And so I'm going to show you some easy methods to go about doing that and show you how to see that in the woods. So the first one I want to show you is this dead tree that we had in the last video. This is the bark that's fallen off that tree. It's real easy to get that fine stuff that was laying right against the tree and inside that bark. If we keep going a little bit further, we can see that tree that's hanging in the air there. That's fallen down. It's dead. It's got a lot of limbs hanging off of it, and the ones that are down here on this side are reachable from the ground. Why this is such advantageous for you, is because air is going to be around this, drying it off, making sure that what's in the air is dry, whereas stuff that's laying on the ground is going to be full of moisture and have moisture because it's laying across the ground. We continue to pan on around. What we have here is another piece that's laying on the ground. If you look to the right, you see the piece that's laying on the ground. I wouldn't utilize that, but the end that's hanging up in the air, I would break that off and utilize it rather easily. We've got the same thing going on right here. Oh, that was fast. So that we've got a lot of pieces that are hanging up in the air, easy to get to. We can continue on. We've got a piece right here that is both in the air and in the sunlight, so it's going to be incredibly dry. And then this is the next thing I want you all to notice, is that trees like this one right here, there's virtually not going to be any trees out here that don't have dead limbs hanging in them. So if you look in any tree, you can see this dead tree, this dead limb that's hanging out in this tree. And then there's going to be another one right here. See those dead branches right in the center of the frame that you can easily get to. As well as we have another tree right here that is laying on the ground. And there's any sort of limbs that again are up in the air. And I apologize for my shoddy camera work. However, I wanted to show you that in 360 degrees, there are all sorts of trees. There's another one in the center of the frame. Here's one that's right in front of us. It's hanging up in the air. There's dead limbs hanging up in this tree. We could take another limb that we find on the ground and knock those down. So there you have several different options. Here is a stump that we can pull the bark off like we did the first tree and utilize the fine inner bark of that tree to make tinder bundle. Here's my super cool Jeep. And here's some more dead limbs. And this is all just in 360 degrees within 20 yards of my current position. Which takes us back to this stump, same thing, and the tree we started with. So I hope that wasn't too bad of a roller coaster ride for you. I wanted to make sure that I could show you standing in one spot, if you turn 360 degrees, that you'll see all kinds of opportunities to get firewood. Again, find stuff that's hanging up in the air, something that is hanging on a branch of a tree, something that's leaned against a tree. Even if a branch has fallen to the ground, just don't grab the piece that's on the ground, because the material that's laying against the ground is going to be problematic. It's almost always going to have moisture in it. Again, a big thank you to our wounded vets, guys and gals. We appreciate you very much, and we hope to see you on or off the trail.